Hi. After a hiatus of sorts, we're back. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Oh, yeah, there we go. Capricorn. It's your turn for the monthly January 2026 read. We're going to do like a past, present, future spread, except the past line, I've decided that I'm going to, instead of doing a past line, I'm going to do a hidden line. We'll do an affirmation as well as something from the Book of Answers for you. But first, we're going to get your magnetic poetry messages. Usually I like to finish with these, but I thought it would be better to start with them. If you don't know, everything you need to know about me is in the description box of the channel, as well as the description box of the reading. This is my giant box of magnetic poetry. Messages for, please check your rising moon Venus sign. If you don't know what those are, there is a link in the description box of the channel or the video. I can't remember. I don't really care. Cafe Astrology, I believe, is the place you can go to get a super comprehensive natal chart, which will tell you all the things about your placements. This is a general read. I don't think I need to say that. Most people do know what that means. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus messages from the magnetic poetry 2026. Ooh, we had some fallout. And just a few more. And you can write these down. I'm not going to make sentences out of them. Jot them down, play a de-scrambling type of game with yourself. Doesn't seem like a lot of anything, but anything of significance in here you can figure out for yourself. Give me about 5 seconds. We are going to use the Paulina Tarot. This one right here for you today. And bear with me, I'm not wearing my glasses. Sometimes I need to wear my glasses, but I decided not to today because I just don't feel like they get annoying on the bridge of your nose. So I'm not doing that. Oh, the first read after I haven't done any readings since October. Just been super busy fighting burnout for quite some time. And it always makes me nervous to read on camera after I haven't for a while. I get like super jittery. Apologies for the nails. I did want to get my nails done before my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, but I didn't get an opportunity to. And, you know, I wasn't well after Christmas. Caught something, some type of bug. And then, you know, New Year's Eve, I was just getting over the bug of some sort. And so I've had a really low-key holiday season. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you, Capricorn. One more. Somebody's really excited for the weather to change, either from snow or they're looking forward to snow. Okay. Twist for fairness. Okay, what is hidden for Capricorn or from Capricorn's view during January, hidden from your awareness? I only take flippers and jumpers if you didn't already know that. Maximum of 3. Otherwise, we're just taking card vomit, right? Okay, so we already have the Magician in the reverse with the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, self-reliance. Self-reliance, independence, being somebody who makes their own luck, manifests their own destiny here, and somebody who's really not interested in relying on other people for their wealth, or, you know, this is somebody who stands on their own 2 feet. With how we have the Magician in the reverse, there's illusory energy. Like the illusion, maybe the illusion, I'll get more here because I'm going to do 6 on each line, but hidden from your awareness, it's almost as if there's an illusion. You're tricking yourself into believing that you aren't independent, or that you cannot rely, that you're not self-reliant. Or there's somebody in your midst who's tricking you into believing that they're independent and self-reliant, that they are this person in the Nine of Pentacles. I almost said Queen of Pentacles. And this is a Gemini Virgo card, but in the reverse, it's somebody who is pretentious or pretending, a trickster, the trickster by Radiohead. Somebody who feigns that they're independent, or that they're self-reliant, or that they've got their shit together. Either that, or, you know, conversely, or, you know, alternatively, it could be that you don't necessarily believe in yourself, that you are this Nine of Pentacles, and Capricorn definitely is a Nine of Pentacles human being. But in from your awareness is that you can rely on yourself, that you are independent, but there's also somebody who's playing a little bit of a game. They're wearing a mask and they're tricking you into believing something that's not necessarily true. Either that, or you're seeing something and believing it's one way when it isn't. Like there's an illusion that's being held up in front of you, a veil of sorts. So you're seeing something, but you're not seeing it correctly. You might believe that other people have their shit together, but they really don't. And it's making you feel as if you lack the independence and self-reliance that you normally would. What else? What else is hidden from Capricorn's awareness in January 26th? Yeah, it's got you a little bummed. It's got you a little bummed that it's like you feel like you should be ahead of the game, but you're not. And of course, this is the time of year where everybody around the world is taking stock of where they've been, where they're headed. But for some reason, especially particularly because you're ending your personal year, not just dealing with, you know, oh, that's card vomit, can't take that many. Not just, you know, you're ending your personal year. So you're taking stock of where you've been, where you're going, and you're looking around at other people and comparing yourself. But when you're looking at other people, you don't have the right idea. The Trickster by Radiohead. The Trickster by Radiohead. Look it up. I'll have to, maybe I should, I got a Sharpie. Maybe I shouldn't. Because then I'll have Sharpie all over my list. I showed you the card before I saw the card. 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is self-deceptive energy. Thank you. It was like I was saying, you're deceiving yourself about your independence and self-reliance. You're seeing other people in illusory energy, and you're deceiving yourself about how far along the path towards your self-reliance and independence you truly are. And the 5 of Swords is, you know, like I said, self-deception. We always have these buzzwords for each card in order to remember them, because there's 78 cards in a deck. But it's deeper than just self-deception. It's lying to oneself to the point of depression. See, this person's really getting down on themselves here. Because what they're seeing is an illusion. Either somebody knows that, you know, no, you can't because this is hidden from you. You're really getting bummed out, but you're lying to yourself. That's what's hidden from your awareness, is that there's an illusion about how somebody else is, like, they're lacking independence, but you're comparing yourself to them, and you're deceiving yourself about how far along you are on your path. And it's really getting you down. Tell me more. Okay. 7 of Cups in the upright with the Chariot. There's movement here with the Chariot, Cancerian energy. You might have encountered something specifically. These thoughts might have been pervading on you during the Cancer full moon, January 3rd. I was born on a full moon, but you know, because it moves. But January 3rd, the Cancer full moon, this is Cancerian card movement forward with the Chariot. This is also my change of address card. But progress forward, travel. You might have seen somebody traveling or seen how much somebody traveled, how many options somebody has. It could have been somebody that was an option at one time for you, or somebody who you've had an emotional attachment with. But also seeing, there's something here about, so this is my address change card. It's always moving house for me. It's not travel for me, but the Chariot can be movement forward and progression forward, relocation, or travel in and of itself. Usually, but with the Seven of Cups here, and because these did come out together, the Seven of Cups, I always think of Indiana Jones, and it's so funny because I believe a couple of days ago, I think it was because I was in bed from like the 26th through the 31st. And I think I was watching this on the 30th or somewhere in there. Indiana Jones, the one with the Holy Grail. I've been seeing in the last year, I've been seeing like actual physical manifestations or movie manifestations of tarot cards. And when I see the Seven of Cups, I often think of Indiana Jones, the one with the Holy Grail. And they go into the chamber with all the cups, and the one guy's like, yeah, and he goes for the cup with all the gold, and then, well, because the chick tells him to. And then he takes a drink from it, and then his face melts off. And the true option, the amazing option, this is what always gets everybody, but it's poetic, but it's, kind of like one of those age-old fables. I bet you it's an Aesop fable as well. But the wooden cup, the shitty looking crappy cup, is the good option. So this is options, emotional options, deeply fulfilling emotional options. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Could be family, could be friendships and stuff like that. But it's somebody who's surveying their options. They see that they have options, and then they're looking at travel and relocation. So what is hidden is that you do have options in terms of where you relocate to, or options in terms if you're feeling stuck. I think this is a separate independent thought. Is that if you're feeling stuck, you do have options. You do have an option to move forward. You're not as stagnant as you might believe at this time. Especially during January, you have an option to move forward. And then even though you have this like depressing feeling because you're seeing all these people, listen, nobody except for, Debbie Downers, like, people very rarely post all the terrible shit that's going on in their lives. Everybody's always like, look at this awesome thing, So people are very selective about that. And because people are very selective about that, it can be really difficult to keep a positive mindset, to maintain a positive mindset. And you can get down about where you are with your progress if you're looking at yourself and you're being honest with yourself, but you're seeing everybody else just like, look at this cool place that I went, and look at my awesome place, and look at my interior decorating, and blah, blah, blah. And you're sitting there like, oh, well, fuck, my life is shit. You know what I mean? But, what is hidden from your awareness is that you do absolutely have options to create a life for yourself that is far more emotionally fulfilling. Don't be looking at all of those cups thinking the ones that are glittering, the ones that are gleaming, the ones that, have that beautiful, lovely, aromatic hot chocolate in them are so great. When you have a path forward. You can move forward. You can relocate. You can, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere. Interpol, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere. And that is what's hidden from your awareness, is that you can go anywhere. You do have a path forward. You're just feeling stagnant right now. It's a feeling rather than a reality. And that's what the Five of Swords is saying, is it's self-deception. You're lying to yourself. Tell us more. Lastly, what's hidden from Capricorn's awareness during January? Trying to cram a lot of content into a small amount of time, so if I'm talking fast, it's something that I'm good at. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, Six of Wands in the reverse yet. This feeling of loss. Six of Wands normally is the guy riding in on the horse, waving that banner after battle, and all the townspeople are, yay, hey, you know, but in the reverse, it's a feeling of loss and defeat. You can move forward after a feeling of defeat. You still must press on. Thank you. You must press on. You must press on, although you feel defeated. You have options. You have options. You can move forward, and you must travel forward. Maintain your forward momentum despite a feeling of defeat, despite loss. You know, it's funny because this really is, you know, an obvious truth. And sometimes I think that's the thing about reading tarot, is it's really just pointing out the obvious. So Captain Obvious here. Mindset is probably the most powerful of all obstacles for people. And people say, well, you know, I don't have the money to do this. I don't have, you know, the you know, education. I don't have the background. I don't have the experience. I don't have this, that, and the other. You know, those are all excuses. Your mindset is what gets you places. Your mindset is the thing that provides you with either excuses to be a failure or excuses to be a success. You know, you decide, really. And mindset is the one thing that determines your destiny more than anything else. So, yeah. In the present for you, what are you experiencing right now, Capricorn? And you know, what works to your advantage as a Capricorn, as a cardinal sign, but particularly as a Capricorn, what works to your advantage is your determination, your ambition, and your penchant for putting in the hard work. And that is a growth mindset above all else. Is it regardless? You have no problem digging deep and going for things and keeping your eye on the prize, right? Like, you know, sometimes it can be unhealthy. I will be the first to admit obsession is a thing. But as long as you maintain that positive determination towards something and that forward momentum, you'll be all right. The present for you. The present for you. Capricorn. I'm going to start doing fun things and reading dignities also. So let's see. Oh, okay. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. So in the present, there has been some trepidation about somebody being deceiving you, about their independence and their self-reliance. There is some honesty in the present coming forward. Somebody's coming forward and kind of lifting the mask. They're either revealing to you how independent you are, or they're revealing where they are self-reliant, where they can stand on their own 2 feet, where you may not have believed so before. But you know, this, let's look at it in the upright for a second here. This is normally a guy sneaking away from camp while the soldiers are sleeping. And he's doing something behind people's backs is in essence what this really is. So it's treachery, it's lying, it's deceit, it's all that kind of stuff. And normally this doesn't necessarily have to be a negative card in the upright, because, you know, he could be saving lives by taking away the dude's weapons in the night. But at the same time, he could also be, he's probably also going to, you know, be the downfall of the people he's stealing the swords from. In the reverse, this is somebody kind of allaying fears about dishonesty, but also kind of bearing all, you know, being, transparency about where somebody is independent, where there is a lot of hidden energy and illusory energy in your line here, where you have all the things that are hidden. In the present, somebody is being super transparent with you. They're being honest with you. They're dropping pretense. They're, you know, allowing you visibility into something. Either that or it's you who's doing it to provide, to garner a sense of trust, an atmosphere of trust within a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. I really hate how people hang their hat on all of that. But it's something about being transparent about where you are independent and self-reliant, or where you are standing on your own 2 feet, or where somebody else is. But there's also an element here of where somebody understands that there's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of, bullshit going on. And you can even see it kind of like when you look at the internet nowadays, a lot of people have to question whether or not, and, because AI, I fucking hate AI. I don't even use it. But AI makes it so when you watch a video, you have to question even if things that you're seeing are real. And so that's a really good illustration here that, you have this magician in the past, this kitty corner to this, the 7 of Swords in reverse. And so somebody in the present is being fully transparent and allowing you visibility into something to show you that who they are, what they're about, and to provide you with a certain level of trust. They're trying to build trust. What else? King of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be a Taurus individual. But it could also be that somebody is providing full transparency into the fact that they don't have their shit together. They don't have their shit together. And they don't have that, the ability to provide hearth and home, or because normally we have this Taurus individual as somebody who is able to provide firm foundations. Oh, come on, focus. Somebody is able to provide firm foundations. Somebody who's got their shit together financially, but also, he's the guy who provides the environment for the Queen of Pentacles so that they can go ahead and they can give a lovely home space. He provides the home so that the Queen can come in and decorate and cook and light scented candles and, turn on the lovely music when they get home and stuff like that. And in the reverse, this is somebody who is being fully transparent, not trying to trick somebody into believing that they're able to provide that environment. They're being completely transparent about it. It's almost like I can hear the conversation. Let me level with you. I'm hearing that. Let me level with you. I'm not able to do this, and this. And at one time they thought they could. They thought they were able to do something like that, but they can't. But they're trying to they're trying to, make sure that they're completely honest. They're not trying to wear a mask. They're not trying to be something they're not. But they're also trying to make sure they're not being somebody they aren't. Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's a conversation that they've had with themselves, but it also provides you with a sense of direction. Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like the dropping of the blindfold. The blindfold comes off. It actually, I love this. It's so beautifully. I'll show you the cards at the beginning. You'll probably see a shot of the cards at the beginning before when I edit this together, and I'll probably also show you at the end. But it's so beautifully woven together already here with this present line, because in so doing, in the present here, it helps you to shake off that self-deception that feeling that you have that you're fooling yourself, that everybody else has all their shit together and you're the only one who doesn't. With that Five of Swords above, the blindfold comes off. You have the ability to pick a direction instead of, you know, sitting there with the swords crossed in front of you, refusing to move, completely stagnant. It helps you to move forward in a more productive way. It helps you to survey your options from a more informed perspective, but it also kind of shakes you from that stagnant place of depression where you truly believe that you're the only one who doesn't have your shit together. There's a line in Judy Blume by Amanda Palmer that talks about that. That's like, you know, and you know, something about people think that people my age have their shit together, but they don't. I can't. I can hear it in my head, but I can't actually like paraphrase it. Doing great. Anyway, all right. And girls like I was think that like people like me have their shit together or something, like I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah, and now there's a dichotomous energy that kind of you know, enters off the heels of this, off this Two of Swords, where the lights are coming on and the blindfold is coming off, and there's the realization of where one was deceiving themselves about how everybody else had everything together and they didn't. And now there's an ambivalence of energies. Remember, what do I always say with the Two of Pentacles? As long as you are ambiguous with the universe will be ambiguous with you. So now you have to actually pick a direction. In the present, you have to pick a direction because you've been fooling yourself this entire time. The realization is happening now about that. And now you actually have to move forward. But you have these two energies. This is not two people. This is not two people. People often will say the Two of Pentacles is two energies. You're juggling two people. You're juggling two energies. You're juggling two human beings. You're screwing with two, you know, that's not true. It's two energies. It's two feelings. It's two tangible emotions. Well, I can't say emotions really as much as I can say two tangible ideas, two tangible offers, two tangible directions, and you're kind of like doing the circus act there, standing on the horse, juggling like a clown. So you have to, like I said, as long as the universe, as long as you are ambiguous with your energies in the universe will be ambiguous with you. So you have to pick a direction, otherwise you're going to remain a part of the circus act, juggling your shit like a clown. It's kind of like above, we have that Seven of Cups right above it. And then we have the Chariot kitty corner to it telling you, you have to pick a direction and move forward. So you have these two different directions. It's time to choose a direction and travel forward. And it's very surprising. There's something surprising that's going to happen in the present Scorpio energy with the Tower. There's kind of something shocking happening here. Could have to do with travel or relocation, but movement forward nonetheless. There's something shocking that's forcing you to move forward. There's an event, a surprising event that pushes you forward. And at first, you might feel as if it is a defeat, but it's not. It's a blessing in disguise. It forces you. There's a surprising event, a surprising turn of events that forces you to pick one of these directions, offers something, but it pushes you forward. It pushes you on your way. And it's interesting that we were talking about this. I just want to show you. I'm going to take it from the hidden line, but you see how this Two of Pentacles is two different energies? The Chariot in the classic Rider-Waite Tarot even, but even here, is a black and white horse, and often they are struggling against each other. They're still moving forward, but they are two differing energies that are pushing forward, often in opposite directions, although still forward. So there's something here that is a surprise, a shock. However, I don't see it as a bad thing because it's in the reverse. This is like doom, gloom, oh, holy shit sandwich. No, this is a good thing. This is something that pushes you to make a choice, and it's good. It's movement forward. It's progress. Gets you out of this feeling of stagnation, this stalemate energy. Tell me more. Tell me more in the present. That's a bunch of card vomit we can't take. Tell me more. In Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, it's forcing you to see where you haven't invested enough energy. You're losing out on, there's something of a feeling of defeat over something that there wasn't much energy invested in anyway, and therefore the progress forward is going to move in a direction where you have put the appropriate level of effort, time, energy, effort. Remember, Pentacle energy is about what's tangible, what you can touch, taste, see, feel, the things that you have put actual effort and action in the real world into. So something's happening here to kind of eliminate and cut out that which hasn't been invested in, that which you haven't put any, you haven't planted the seeds. There is no low-hanging fruit. There is nothing to really gain from it, so it's being cut out. It's something that you haven't invested any energy into in the first place. So it's gonzo, right? So, yeah, thank you. It's like the question really is here with that Six of Wands in the reverse. What have you really lost? Because you didn't really put any effort into something. So this movement forward that is forced upon you out of these two different things that you're juggling in the present, these two different ideas, these two different offers, these two different, what have you lost? What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Because you didn't put anything into this. So there's something that's nature is beautiful like that. If you do any gardening, any at all, the plant that you put the care into, when you go out into your garden and you sow seeds, some of them are going to, work out and others don't. And it's often when you put the time, care, and attention and the right conditions and the sun and the fertilizer and the water, the appropriate amount of water, because people often overwater their plants. But when you put the appropriate amount of energetic investment into something, all the other stuff, either dies or it has to die. And you must cut, even on a plant that's doing well and flourishing, you have to cut off the dead so that the energy can go into the other parts of the plant, right? That's what's happening here in the present for you. In the future, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh. Six of Pentacles, balancing act. So this is a Libra card, even though it's in the Pentacles, because it is about the scales. It's about where are you giving and receiving equally. It's also about the charity and the charitable. And there's a question of making sure in the future, in particular with whoever is being like, hey, gotta level with you, can't really help you maintain this thing because I'm not as successful as one might think, or I can't help you maintain something in this present line. And you might have thought that they actually could. What's happening here is that in the future, it's about balancing for you and making sure that you're not giving too much, that you're not donating too much, that you're not allowing somebody to take advantage, that you're protecting the dissemination of energy in between yourself and somebody else, or even in between two causes. Shuffling backwards now, interesting. Yeah, because you do not need to move backwards. You don't need to regress. into something that you used to do. Where you used to do that. You used to do that to people. And it makes them feel small when you do that. Yeah, see? It makes them feel small when you're like, oh, I'll give you this and I'll give you that. And look at all of this lovely stuff that I can do. And these people are like, wow, thank you for making me feel 2 feet tall. Yeah. Oh, and actually here, it's almost like they also got to say, I got to be honest with you. I really appreciate that you're, you know, helping me out with some things and stuff like that. But when you do it, you make me feel like this big. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That one flew out. 10 of Cups. You've got a lot of romantic energy that's coming in as well. This could potentially be balancing where you're, the dissemination of your energy that I was talking about. Are you appropriately balancing it in between, you know, your romantic affairs, your happy home life, and your professional endeavors? You know, don't focus too much in one arena versus another. What else? In the future for Capricorn? Well, you might actually come to a point of realization where you've been working too hard and not focusing on your relationships, or the alternative where you've been focusing too much on your romantic relationships and not enough on your professional endeavors, or, you know, other goals that have to do with the focus on the self. Yeah, and in addition to that, there's also a warning about making sure that you're exercising willful ignorance when it's healthy to do so. You know, turning a blind eye. You've taken a blindfold off and you're realizing some things, but this is also saying, because this is about studying other people for the purposes of learning, about making sure that you're not necessarily keeping too much of an eye on other people. It's almost as if you're ignoring what other people are doing here. Like I said, willful ignorance, willful blindness on purpose. You're doing this on purpose, ignoring what everybody else is doing, keeping your eyes on your own paper. Yeah. Ignoring what other people are doing because you're so happy with something that's going on in the future. That never happens for us. This never happens for us. So ignore what's going on around you with other people's shit. Yeah. Oh. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. It could be during Virgo season, something's happening for you. It's super deeply emotionally fulfilling. Friendships, family, romance, you know what I mean? But this is slow, methodical, strategic action forward towards a goal, towards the new goal that arises from this present thing where the shocking event happens, where you have to toss one idea aside and focus solely on the thing that you have been putting your energy and effort towards. Slow, strategic, methodical action forward. Slowest moving knight in the deck. But getting also analytical, because Virgo people are very analytical. They like to do everything. They're very particular and meticulous. So this action forward with the Knight of Pentacles is very meticulous. Very right and perfect and correct. Anything? Oh, fuck. God. Oh, damn. Oh, did I just do that wrong? Okay. Lastly for you. I feel like I'm going to get 2 here, so that's why I'm saying lastly. Capricorn. January. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're returning to something. You're returning to reassess something. Okay, that's a part of the strategy. and the meticulousness that you're experiencing with your action forward on this, you're returning to see what works and what doesn't work. That you're deeply committed emotionally to something professionally, something in your career here in this chunk. You're deeply emotionally invested in going backwards to reevaluate something. You want to evaluate why something fell apart, or why that event happened, or how you could do better to invest more energy in something in the future. It's almost like you want to go back and take a look to see if, you know, dropping that other thing in the present was the right course of action. Although you already know it was, but it's almost like, you know, what could I have done differently? Which is a good thing to do. It's always good to introspect, to take a retrospective, because, you know, sometimes the path forward, it means also looking backwards to see how you could improve, right? Well, it always should, in fact. Lastly for you, Capricorn, there's a component here that's very much about, like, you're comparing yourself to others. You're comparing yourself to professionally to other people, but you're also comparing yourself. It's weird. It's an ethereal type of energy. I think you're very concerned about making sure that you can provide the correct home space and the correct things for the future. You want to surround yourself with the right environment so that your professional environment pans out correctly. It's like you want to be able to come home to the right environment. Heartbreak. You're looking back at something to see where you invested correctly or where you didn't invest correctly, because you want to either avoid heartbreak, or you're looking back at it and realizing that those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. This is a very painful card. You might there might be regret here over something. Regret over not investing appropriately in something that was supposed to pan out, or where, because of going back, returning to the scene of the crime, of walking away from something that would normally be emotionally fulfilling, but understanding that there are better things on the horizon for yourself. Sorry, this happens sometimes. Better things on the horizon for yourself. You still need to go back and reevaluate for your heartbreak to heal it. But you're looking at it nonetheless. You're looking at heartbreak here. You go back to the scene of the crime to look at the pain of not investing in something. Where did it cause you pain and heartbreak and suffering? Where did it cause others pain and heartbreak and suffering? Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. You're going to receive some communication of some sort. There is communication here that's going to be happening. There's something that's being communicated to you. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at your Book of Answers. I want you to think of something in your mind that you would like some guidance on. Take a deep breath. Investigate and then enjoy it. Gotcha? There you go. Investigate and then enjoy it. And then finally, let's get your affirmation. It's kind of going to keep you on track while all this shit's going on. What is Capricorn's affirmation? And we'll be done with this. Capricorn's affirmation for January. Capricorn's affirmation. Oh, that was easy and fast. I'm successful. Remind yourself. You know, keep your eyes on your own paper, because you are successful. All right, cool. We're done. if it made sense to you, or you like the message, or all the things, you know what to do. You know all the things to do. I don't need to tell you. So we'll see you when we see you next. Thank you so much. Bye. And as promised, here is a look at your spread. Perfect. Okay, bye.